Welcome or welcome back to Didi Under Budget. I'm Didi. I'm a 28-year-old South African cash stuffer. On this channel, we do budgeting, sinking funds, savings challenges when we have the extra cash to do so, and we also do some debt tracking. Today, we are going to be doing debt tracking. We are going to be looking at how far we have come since the last time I did a quarterly update in March. It has been around 6 months by now, and so we have a lot to cover. So if you're interested in knowing how far we've come in the last 6 months, stay tuned. Because I realize I got myself, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. Talk about that from now on. So yes, welcome guys. And one thing that I do want to show you guys are these placeholders over here that I got. I literally, it's just a glossy, thick paper. I go to what's the name of the store, Postnet, and I asked them to print on a thick white paper, and it happens to be glossy. I don't know if that's the option that you can get. This was 12 rand per paper. The last time I went it was 10 rand, but I guess the prices of things have changed a couple of times throughout this year. We can't keep up even. Let me quickly chop these up and then we'll get into our debt tracking. So yes, I am done now with cutting up our placeholders, which I'm gonna need when we do our sinking funds. But for now, let us do the debt tracking. As you guys can see, I created this spreadsheet yesterday. Guys, I had so much to do yesterday, but I won't bore you with the details. Today is Thursday morning. I'm hoping that I can edit this video and have it up for you guys today. But anyway, as you guys can see, we're doing our third quarter update, and because we haven't done an update in such a long time, it's going to be quite a lengthy one, so let's get into it, right? So this is basically covering from March all the way to September. Initially, I was just going to do July, August, September, but I realized in order for us to get there, we have to actually do the second quarter as well. So let's start with my credit card, right? The balance, and I got these balances that I'm starting with here from our last quarter update, right? So these starting balances are the balances that we had in our last quarter update. So let's start with our Standard Bank credit card. They charged me interest of 280, right? And then I used 3,000 this month. It was my boyfriend's sister's birthday, and there was a whole lot going on. So we sent her some flowers and a balloon, because she's far away from home, and we just wanted to make her feel home, make her feel the love, but because I had not initially budgeted for it, it came out of here. So 1,000 rand was for that, and then 2,000 rand was just me, honestly. So at the end of that month, I paid 5,940, and so the minimum payment was 500. So guys, look at this, right? If my minimum payment is 500 and 279 rands of that is going to interest, this means this 16,000, I'm only paying 224 rands to basically pay off the principal. So if you go by the minimum payments, you really will not finish quickly, or you won't finish on time, or you'll take forever to finish. When you are struggling, pay minimum payments, but try your best if you can to pay extra wherever you can, right? Because it's in the morning, there are airplanes, there are taxis. It's actually 5:37 right now. I feel like this helicopter wasn't flying here the whole time when I was just sitting here with chopping up the papers and stuff. And now I'm recording, it's flying, and it's flying super low, so it was very loud. So I paid 5,940, and our balance there was our beginning plus our interest plus the amount we have used less the amount that we paid, and that is how much we went into May with, right? We went into May with 13,800. My interest is 257, and my minimum payment is 412. I want to show you guys something, right? Here's my minimum payment less my interest. That's how much I'm paying towards the principal. Here is my minimum payment. Here is my interest. That's how much I'm paying towards my interest. The more you pay down your debt, the less your minimum payments become, and this is to keep you paying even longer, right? So look, my minimum payment, or the amount that I was paying towards the balance, was 224, and it just became 155 because I had paid off that much, you know. But anyway, let's continue. In the month of May, I then used about 2,366, and I paid off 3,400. Oh no, let me quickly charge. And I thought this was gonna happen. I feel like everything that could go wrong is definitely going wrong, right? So where were we? Here in May, I used 2,000, so, and I paid 3.4, so effectively all I paid was 1,000. As you can see over here, 1,046. That's effectively how much I paid. And this is one of the reasons why I was in debt for such a long time. It was because I would go back into my credit card and use it. But guys, I knew that once my credit card was paid off, I would not go back to it ever again. And so far, that has been the case. But anyway, let's continue. My interest was 257. As you can see, my interest decreased from the previous month, and so my balance going into the month of June was the 13,000 plus my interest of 257 plus my usage of 2,000 plus the amount of money that I paid off, and this gives us 13,109. In the month of June, I was so shocked to see that I did not use my credit card at all. I was shocked, stunned actually, to say the least. And if this does not look right, then I know that the problem lies with June, because in June I had an opening balance of 13,000. I had interest of 207, and then I didn't have any usage. This was my minimum payment, as you can see, has decreased again, less 4,000 rands, and now we are at 9,300. It was so good to be in the 4 digits, you know, to no longer be in the 5 digits, because I have been in the 5 digits since last year. Last year we started off our credit card at 28,000. You can go have a look at my first video, which was a debt debt confession, right? So 9,316 is our opening balance for the month of July. On the 9th of July, interest hit again. It was 164, and as you can see, it has decreased from the previous month, because obviously our principal has decreased, and so have our minimum payments. And going into August, our opening balance was the 913. Oh, it's giving Jacob Zuma. Going into August, our opening balance was 9,316 plus 164 plus the usage. I only used 508, which is not bad compared to how much I had used in the month of from March, basically March, April and May. I was using up crazy amounts in my credit card, plus the 6,000 that I paid off this month. And so I had a balance of 3,989 in August, right? If you guys remember August, what happened is on the 18th of August we went to Cape Town, and we got an allowance of about 5,000, and from that 5,000 I took half of it. I took 2.5 and I paid my credit card. And then I also, let me see. Oh, I took 2,000, not 2.5. I took 2,000 and paid my credit card, and at the end of the month, the remaining balance was 3,060. So that is why I paid off 5,060. My usage for that month was 1,380, right? Oh no. Oh, sorry, that was my alarm. So now, in September, our opening balance was the 3,000 that we started with, interest of 98 rand, usage of 1,380. I can't remember what my minimum payment was here, but it was probably around 100 and something rand, and then my payment here, right? Something is wrong, and I think the something that is wrong is here in the month of, because I'm not supposed to have a balance in the month of September. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not too sure where I went wrong. When I do edit this, I will have a good look at what the issue was, and I'll let you know, because at the end of October I'm not supposed to have a balance, right? Because our opening balance plus our interest of 53 rands, which I paid almost immediately, plus 76 rands, it says 385, but I currently don't have a balance. As a matter of fact, I have interest of 4 rand, but I have an extra 30 rand that was in my credit card, so I don't have any minimum payments. I will put up a screenshot from the app, right? So that is done for my credit card. For my tuition, I did say that I was gonna pause on the tuition. I just wanna get my savings correct. I want to get my savings together first before I start pursuing payment of my tuition, right? But we'll see what happens, because I do want to go back and study again. We'll see. So my clothing account starts with a 2,600 rand balance in April, as I did mention that I got this balance from our last date update. And Foschini charges you a fee. I don't pay interest because I'm on the 6-month revolving, on the 6-month payment plan, and so I only pay service fees, which are 28 rands. They used to be 26 rands. The year before that they were 24 rands, so they increase by 2 rand every year. So basically, I had my usage of 2,000 rands. The minimum payment was supposed to be 440, but I paid 2,000 rands, and so we were basically back to where we started because of the usage, right? And then for the month of May, we started off with 2,663, 28 rand, sorry, and usage of 2,500 plus minus 1,000 rands that I paid off. We ended up at 4,000 rands. And then for the month of July, we started with 4,000 rands plus our 28 rands plus the usage of 1,200. What's funny is I don't even remember what this usage was for. The other two, I kind of have an idea. But oh well. My minimum payments was 745, and this is because my balance was higher, but I paid 1,000 rands and we were at 4,000, right? For the month of July, we started off with 4,000, service fee of 28 rand. Goodness, guys, it's in the morning, right? And I think my mind is just all over the place, and I think, yeah, I didn't sleep properly. I actually, guys, have a problem with just sleeping these days, and I think it's because I spend too much time on my phone during the day, that when I wind down to sleep, I have problems, right? So, but anyway, the month of July, surprise, surprise, there was no usage, and we paid 1,000 rands, right? And for the month of August, we started off with 3,500 from the previous month, 28 rand service fees, This was our minimum payment, 745, but we paid 1,000 rand, sorry. 2,500 rand is what we started with the month of September, right? And then I paid 1,170 at the end of I think our, oh no, 1,170. 745. Yeah. So we started off the month with 2,545, and we basically have service fees of 28 rand, minimum payment of 745, but I think it might be 440. Yeah, I think it might be back to 440, but we paid 1,170, and now we are left with 1,400, and that is basically what I said in my last video. Left with 1,403, and this is why, yeah, you guys will actually see that in the month of October I'm going to pay 1,000 rands, and then I'll pay 400 rand in the month of November, right? And that is basically because I want to buy myself clothes and I want to buy them cash, right? So basically that's where we at, right? If I do total up where we are, okay, there's no need to total up where we are because the only balance that I have is my Foschini card. I will have a look at where we went wrong here, you know, somewhere we went wrong. But yeah, editing Didi will let you guys know where the problem was. And now in terms of my sinking funds, I think let's do this. Let's turn the camera around so that we can film our sinking funds. So we can start off with our sinking funds. Let's go into January, right? The last time we were here at the end of March, January was, at the end of March, January had 600. So we can insert here that our beginning balance was 600. Actually, let me quickly put in our beginning balances for all of them. So yes, now we are basically done, and then the movements that we had from the first quarter to the second quarter was basically 400 rand. Right, let me okay, so yeah, we've inserted our formulas. I'm so sorry guys. So we only have 400 rand that was our movement from the first quarter to the second quarter, and nothing really in the third quarter because we have reached our that's not like the end. We're going to put some money away at the end of in December, but for now we have reached our goal with January. So as you can see here, January has a placeholder, right? I've shown you guys this before, but one thing that I did notice is that my placeholders were a little more vibrant I don't know, I feel like these newer placeholders are not as vibrant as the older ones, but that's neither here or there. All right, Valentine's Day, when we ended off in the first quarter, was at 200 rands, and in the second quarter we only added 50 rand, right? So we had a balance of 250 at the end of the second quarter, But in the third quarter, we added 250, and our balance is currently 500 rand. As you can see, we have a 500 rand placeholder in here. The money is in the bank, and I will put over here what the balance is currently. I literally put it in the bank like last week, so I don't expect there to be too much interest. We will see as we keep tracking it through throughout this year, or towards the end of this year, or for the remainder of this year rather. Oh my goodness, my English bundles are depleted. My brain is just, I don't know, year-end fatigue and whatever, you know. Anyway, Easter was at 200 rand the last time we had a balance here, because oh yeah, the last time we had a balance here, it was 200 rand. Then we added 500 rand at the end of that month, which made it 850. We withdrew 550. We withdrew the entire 850, and we basically were left with nothing. So we started out the second quarter with nothing, right? And now at the end of the third quarter, we've added 450 in the form of 3 150s, and this gives us a total of 450. So what should be in here is 450. 200, 400, 450. In Christmas, right? Christmas at the end of the first quarter, we had 600 rand. I've always tried to keep 600 the same as January, right? So we had 600 at the end of the first quarter, and then in the second quarter, as you can see, all we added was 150, and the 150 that we added gave us a balance of 750, right? And so in the third quarter, we've added 500, 500, and 250, so that's 1,250, and that has landed us with 2,000 rands. Let's see if we have enough placeholders in here. There are some of them that I didn't put enough placeholders in. Yeah, this is one of them. So we're going to add another placeholder here to represent the 2,000 rand that is in our bank. That is Christmas. Sister one, in the end of the first quarter, she had 200 right here, and we added only 50 bucks in the second quarter. So at the end of the second quarter, she had 250, and then so far we've added another 250, and it is basically 500. She now has 500 rand, and currently in here is a placeholder for that 500 rand, because the money I've taken to the bank. I will put over here how much it is. She asked that I put it in a fixed deposit for her, because the goal save that I opened for her, she is saving her own money in there, right? I think it's just easier sometimes when you're not used to saving money to have somebody else save it for you, somebody that you trust, by the way. So my sister knows I am about that life, and that is why she said she trusts me with her money. Sister 2 was at 380. She had a different balance to sister 1, because the coins I had saved from the prior year, I basically added to her balance, and she had 380. In the second quarter, all we added was 50 rand. In the second quarter, I had my birthday and everything, so I basically did not do any cash stuffing and stuff like that. I was chowing my money, right? And in the third quarter, we added 100, 100, and then we so basically equal to 200 minus 500, and then we took out 500 rand for her. because she had her farewell, and she is supposed to be left with 130. My apologies. And when we look here, we have, wait a minute, we are not done. After the 500 rand here, sorry, after the 500 rand, we added 50 rand in the month of September, and now she has 180, and this is what is represented here. It's 150, 170, 180. Church had 300 in the end of the first quarter. From the 300 rand that we had in the first quarter, in the second quarter all we added was 100 rand, and then we've since added 600 rand, and we now have 1,000 rand in the bank. And so I'm going to add this 1,000 rand placeholder because there is nothing in here. I recently took the money to the bank. Tithing wasn't there in the beginning. Well, I wasn't tracking it, rather, let me say that. And right now, tithing currently has 2,200 in the bank. If you guys remember that in my last cash stuffing, I did not take the money out to cash stuff it. Instead, I transferred it. So I'll add this 1,000 rands, this 1,000 rands placeholder to make it 2,000, but it's actually 2,200, and you will see the amount here on the screen. I actually am debating whether I should continue to take this money out, withdraw this money. I think I should just transfer it, and I don't even know if I should continue to keep track of it, this money, right? But anyway, let me just do this. Car maintenance didn't have anything at the beginning of the year. It's a new one as well. It wasn't there in the second term. It only started recently, and so far we've put 350 into it, right? And there should be 350 in here. Oh no, we put only 300. Yes, I remember I made a mistake here with, I was supposed to put 150, and then I think I changed my mind at the end. So yeah, it's only 300. We put 100 rand first, and then we put 200 later in the month of September. Bookworm, we know she only has 50 bucks because she's a fairly new one. She wasn't there in the beginning, and she's pretty new, so she only has 50 bucks. Live event is just as new, and she also only has 50 bucks. Right, now let's go into our savings challenges. So we start off with our personal savings. In the end of the first quarter, we ended off with 350. In the second quarter, we didn't put anything in there, but in the third quarter, we've put 50 rand, 250, and 400 rand, 700 in total, and now we have a balance of 1,050. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm quickly going to carve out one more, and then I will get back to you. I didn't want to cut this out because I wasn't sure if I was gonna need it or not, but let me just quickly do it. So here we go. We need 1,050 for personal savings, and so here are our placeholders: 500, 1,000, 1,050. I should have gotten more 1,000 placeholders. I was actually thinking of it, but I was just like, let me just do 1,000, 500. For emergency fund, we ended off on 300. Second quarter, we definitely did not put anything. Oh, we put 100 rand in the second quarter. Okay. And then we've since put 200. Oopsie. We've since put 200 plus 700 in the month of September, and we should have 1,300 rands in here. When I took the money to the bank, I don't know, I know that I took more than I was supposed to, but that's okay. Oh shucks, you see, I need another 1,000 rand placeholder. Let me quickly cut this up. So it's 1,300 rand. Then I should have 1,100 in the bank if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is how much we have here with us. We have 1,200 rand. So we should have 1,100 rand in the bank, but I'll put it over here. And if we don't, I don't know what happened, honestly. But yeah, we'll see in the next cash stuffing and we will correct it. I don't usually track my 10 rands and 20 rands, but I thought that it would just be let's just see how far we are with that. And the reason why I don't track them is, we want to know at the end of the year how much we have, but I don't really use taxis anymore, and I don't put much in here anymore. So let's just track it, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 rand, 101, 110, 120. So we have 120 in the 10 rands savings challenge. In the 20 rand savings challenge, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, that's 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, that's 280. Okay, we need 120 rand and we will have 300 in here. So 280, and this is basically it. We are basically done with our cash stuffing. Let me turn the camera around so we can wrap up. Hi guys, editing Didi here. Firstly, let me apologize for this video going up on a Saturday. I think it's gonna go up on Saturday. Let me apologize for this video going up later than I thought it would. Guys, I think, I mustn't make promises I can't keep. During the week, it cannot happen. I'm sorry, it cannot happen. But I also realized that I forgot to calculate my net worth. So before we move on to our goodbyes, let me just quickly calculate my net worth with you guys, and let's just see where we're standing. Yeah? Yes. So I did mention here that there was a mistake that I made, because remember at the end we were left with 400 rand for credit card, and I found the reason why we had 400 rand, and that is because when I was calculating my usage for the month of April, I erroneously included 400 rand that I had calculated when I was calculating my closing balance for March, because those were things that took place after I got paid in March. So yeah, they were already included. I didn't have to include them again, so they were repeated. And as you can see, they owe me 28 rand. They took this 4 rand and I'm left now with like 24 rand or whatever. But yeah, so we're left with a positive bank balance in our credit card. That is why it shows here as a negative. It's a negative for them, baby, not for me. But yeah, so that's what we're left with right now. So go back to our net worth, right? I just created this little part of our spreadsheet. As you can see, it wasn't there before. Yeah, so I just added that now. Let me show you guys this. All of the information that I am putting in, I got from here. As you can see, this was our net worth the last time we met, the last time we spoke about this, and here it is over here, right? So our net worth was negative 7,226 rands, right? Because I had in assets less than I had in liabilities. Then in quarter 2 it went up. My net worth increased. So let's go into my second quarter. My second quarter, I had 3,830 in my cash envelopes, as you can see over here, and I had 12,084 rands in my pension fund. Together they gave me 15,000, and in my debt, all we were left with was 13,392, which we get here, which was the closing balance of June and the opening balance of July. So that was the end of our second quarter, beginning of the third quarter. So I took that over here and then subtracted these two to get this 2,520. Then we have the third quarter, where our assets are now 23,050, and that is because 8,780 of which is cash, as you can see over here. Remember, this is the amount in excluding the tithe, right? Because that's not my money. And so 8,780 is going towards the cash portion of our assets. Pension fund is at 14,270, and that basically gives us 23,050, as you can see. Then for liabilities, we have our liabilities here at the end of September, beginning of October, which is basically the end of our third term. It's 1,375, and when we subtract the two, they give us a net worth of 21,675. Our net worth has increased by 760%. We went from 2,000 to 21,000. That is major. That is really major. And the big difference all happened here, you know, in the movement between the old quarter and the second quarter and the current quarter. So yeah, that is currently my net worth, and it's still small for me. I feel like at this age I want my net worth to be, you know, I should actually think about what I want my net worth to be in the next year, this time next year. But anyway, let's not ramble a lot. Let's say our goodbyes. And I think that is the end of this it's the end of this video. I'm so proud. I am so proud, right? Because when I started this video, I was, wow, you know, but God is good. And, you know, I think I was determined a little bit. You know, I think I could have more had I not used my credit card the way I used it. Ever since I have paid off my credit card, I haven't looked back. As a matter of fact, there's an extra 23 rands in there, and they charged me interest of 4 rands on the 9th of October, and it came off from the 2 rands that was there, and the 20 rands that was there, and I earned interest of 1 cent. I think. Yeah, I'm not touching it. But yeah, guys, I am so excited. I can't wait to see how we're going to end. I know in the month of October, I'm not going to be putting away money in our sinking funds, just in our personal and in our emergency fund, because I do want to buy myself clothes, as I've mentioned before. It's December, guys. December in South Africa, for those who don't understand, it's an event. The whole month, from the 1st all the way to the 1st of January, it's an event. Okay, so I am very excited, very excited for the month of December, and I want to prepare for it without going into debt. All right, I am absolutely in love. And yeah, guys, let's do this. October, November, December. Okay, hopefully we get a bonus at my job. It's not a given, so hopefully we do get one. I am crossing my fingers and my toes that we get one, and then I can just push, that last extra push at the end of the year. A lot of these are going to disappear at the end of the year. The church, I'm going to be doing my church function thingy back home, and the tithing is going to disappear. But that's basically it. And then the January is also going to disappear. We're going to start again. Christmas is going to disappear. Then we start again in the new year. But I'm really proud. High five to us. So guys, remember, all of this is the result of just staying under budget. I have a problem with staying under budget, and you can see that from my credit card, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying my absolute best to try and just stay under budget. Last night, yesterday was Wednesday, and I had a cell group, home cell, whatever you guys call it, but when you go to church at somebody's house and you guys basically discuss the word and stuff like that. So I went there yesterday, and after work I came back and I meal prepped for Thursday and Friday. Can you guys believe it? Can you believe it? Because on Sunday I only meal prepped for 3 days. So I slept pretty late yesterday. I slept at midnight actually, and I woke up early so I could do this video for you guys. But it's because everything that I'm doing matters. This video matters. Me actually meal prepping, it matters, because I don't want to get back into debt. I've done that before, got the t-shirt, and I'm not going back. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you for coming along with me on this journey whereas I try to stay under budget and live within my means, really, and it's starting to pay off. It didn't look like it at the beginning of the year last year, but it is starting to pay off. So stay the course, and remember to stay under budget. Bye.